was it to sit out actually kind of turn his face?
Yeah, it was very tough. Seeing it definitely from a different perspective. On the side I'm watching and seeing it. We got a lot to work on. But yeah, it was tough. It was tough not being out there with everybody, and always on the fight with my guys. But yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think is? I know it's not sure playing against you there, but what do you think is going on with the run defense for the last 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta execute our assignment, get the runners down, and yeah, it's not too complicated. We just gotta make plays. A lot of guys they've been making plays, and make more plays than others. We gotta make more plays and get it done. Not allow as many rushing yards and as many plays to be made on us. We're not saying so. Have a conversation. And we kind of slightly elevated, running this a little bit, so it's very honest with the store. It's not as hard. Yeah, they raise the credit, that I think it's a lot, this is and like I said, not a matter of people, we have this guy right here. This is kind of the work that he's put in, the time is going to can't do it alone. Yeah, he's been like the top of the border of the business. It's not. It's definitely big sense the work here that I have kind of started. Well, games and how we started it. So it's like I said, it's like I was in the market since I game, but yeah, it's not going to be it's hot. To a game plan and go down to the second scene, it's like guys, I'm always putting this in the car, I'm not going to be like, something the whole inside. Yeah, it's thinking about that a little bit, and being able to play that on the stage with the beat, so make it hard on posting offenses to come out with. And, I think because he's a great passer and a great runner, so he's able to really do it all. So able to extend plays and run around and still keep his eyes downfield and make that throw, but also once he does cross that line of scrimmage, he's able to run and he's a bigger quarterback, he lowers his head and able to make plays in that aspect. So definitely top five quarterback in this league and been doing a great job with him. Yeah. But you see almost like a bar for those guys. It's some of the guys yeah, I think guys definitely bring a different aspect. I mean, they're up there in a sense like they're able to do a third quarterback like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, like they're able to do the same things in a sense, but still differently. Like Lamar's he's probably faster, a little bit more elusive and everything, but Josh Allen's still able. He's a capable runner and able to got a good stride on him and do the same things as well. So they're kind of similar though in that aspect.
Just looking at this season, the division is so like you see the AFC between cities already. Like, does that add to the frustration this season for you guys? Just that wins having so much in fighting for this year.
Yeah, they didn't come, but you can't focus on the negative. We still got 3 games left of the season, so I mean, now you got what are you playing for? You know, this is the game you dream to plan and pray for. You know, we get an opportunity to go out there and play another game of football. Whether that's just 3 games, you know, not making playoffs, but you know, just go out there, have fun, and put good stuff on tape, and you know, get ready for the next season.
It doesn't remember the first time Miles like you first noticed.
That this guy, yeah. Well, I'll say, nah, he was first time I was he was really different. I think when I first got drafted here, like I was playing around with Miles and stuff like that. He like jammed my finger, like hurt my hand, like just playing around. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't play with him no more. Like he's just like just a large human being. Like certain people that you just can't mess around with. But that's why I know, like, okay, if he's hurting me just off of just walking around in the locker room, I know he's one of those guys out there. But no, just since day one, Miles been a crazy player just to watch and see him develop over the years. Mm.
You see something like that, you didn't get that.
Oh, I mean that's Miles, but yeah, I mean the type of player that he is, I'm sure that it was capable in his eyes. You know, if not, it's getting closer now. I know he believes it now if he didn't before, but you know, I always want to try to set goals and try to go out there and work as hard as you can to reach them.
He will have to be out there. It's part of it. You believe you would have had the outcome.
Yeah, I think definitely. You know, I think highly of myself as a player and what I'm able to do when I'm out there, and how I can help this team. And you know, definitely watching the game. You know, I feel like I could do things out there to help. You know, I'm not saying we just go win the game, but you know, definitely could have done my part a little bit to help out. You know. So, I like the Bills don't have a 3 year. It's not the same numbers to me. Yeah, to a certain extent, you know, they roll a lot of guys through at the receiver position, so just gotta keep an eye on everybody and not take anybody lightly, and just execute my assignment, and not get too complacent out there, and yeah, just really do our job. Everybody gotta do their job and execute.
So there we have it. That was Denzel Ward. We got Juedy coming up. So Juedy gets up here. Um, hopefully, you know, Ward, cornerback, starting cornerback, was out last week, dealing with a calf injury. He's eager and want to get back out there for this game against the Buffalo Bills. He said he didn't like seeing his team play without him being on the field. There you go, Mr. Juedy. Wish him the best too, the remainder of the season. He dropped a beautiful ball last week to ShedeurSanders. ShedeurSanders was a bigger man. He didn't crash out on him.
Just sit up to you about why the offense.
Self-inflicted wounds. You know, we had some penalties that had us behind the sticks. You know, as an offense, you can't play first drive or first down like that behind the stick. So that affected us. And I think the Bears did a good job of disguising their defense. You know, showing us one look, finishing another. Um, other than that, yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that we need to correct within ourselves. Yeah.
When you watch that play on film, that pass and you that was intercepted, what could you have done differently to secure that ball?
What can I have done? I probably, from looking at it, I probably would have said probably like slow play it a little bit instead of like trying to jump into it. Probably like slow play, I guess, lay hands it. Something like that. I would think of.
I should have taken very style and looks like that loud. So like cutters and how does it make it harder? I mean, the thing you have a lot of sleep when they show them that you person have a big
you know, sometimes I route change based off looks, you know, just being able to see those looks during the snap and also having quarterback see what you see during the snap too as well, you know, so that's the biggest thing is, you know, pre-snap
see the coverage, and after the snap, you just gotta adjust your route depending on what coverage you play. How you process what you're seeing at what you see from the after the snap, and then how do you adjust it out? Yeah, some routes you adjust, not all of them, not every route you adjust it. So depending on the route I got, or it just depends on like the coverage, the technique, and the route I have. So it's kind of a hard question to answer without having a specific detail on it. Time, talk about get time, like that you can just kind of get a feel of each other is looking at. Yeah, I'll probably want to say time, just more film and understanding what they're trying to get to overall. I think that's the biggest thing, really. I don't think that's really a timing thing. It's just more understanding, like they showing the cover one look, but they jump the cover two whole time. There's little things like that. It's the timing comes to a quarterback or receivers. Is that something that replicated too much in practice? It doesn't have to be on the line each week. You guys will be better, but doesn't it have to be sort of interviewing? You know, it, getting on time with quarterback, I feel like it's an everyday thing. It's always something new, always things that you need to adjust throughout the week, depending who you're playing and who's against. So, having that communication and having that understanding with your quarterback is going to be a lot helpful. So, it changed throughout the week. It's constantly talking, constantly communicating, and constantly understanding what we want to get.
Kind of along those lines, how important is it to get real game then you guys can sit down and watch on film and say, this here, you can kind of actually see it in a real game. Shows your research in the service.
There's constant communication throughout the meeting room, throughout practice, and just constantly communicating and constantly trying to keep each other brain and seeing what we see out there, and just just learn from there. That's all you can really do, basically.
This season, I mean, the division has obviously been so close, and in the AFC, it's closer than Chiefs already got this past week. But does that add some frustration for you guys that the Wings haven't been able to come and things just kind of shifting so high?
Because it's always frustrating not being able to win games. We come here throughout the off season and throughout the week just to prepare for Sunday to be the ball that go forward and win games. When that's not happening, it gets frustrating. So nobody wants to lose. So. What can you do as a parent and also help him just tell them, one game don't define who you are. It's part of football. Just don't let that dictate how you come out here and practice and trying to get better each and every week. Just keep being who you are and just stay focused and keep the main thing for.
You see, those two people, Isaiah and Storms, it's huge. Just something to start on. Is that exciting for the ability to open up the offense? If it's explosive, you guys sort of play.
Yeah, just having the ability to take advantage of those deep shots, it opened up the offense a lot more. Just having defenders not sitting on our route, and not really understanding, like, they're not really trying to stop it underneath, and we have to worry about the deep balls now, so that helps the offense overall. So, we just gotta keep hitting on that and keep getting better at that. Oh yeah, it's accurate. Give our receivers a tackle, make it matter. Just like the past 15 played, they do a good job disguising. Play a bunch of different coverages. So that's what they do.
Terry, we talk so much about patience with the quarterbacks, and that's actually hard. Does that kind of apply to you guys too? Sometimes receivers to be really patient with the guy that's maybe gotta learn on the job when he moves.
Yeah, of course. This is first year in the league. This fourth game, third game in the league. So it's all about having the experience. Knowing a young guy that just got into the league, don't really got that much experience under his belt, so you try to do your best to really, guide him in the right way and just help him throughout the whole process and everything like that, so yeah.
Having said that, Shedeur should be able to play in this 7 semesters. How much will that come through as a basketball as a receiving for them?
It's gonna help us a lot, Shedeur, a big receiver, that do a tremendous job for us in the run game and then in contested catch and roll and making plays for us in the middle of the field, so having him back out there, like fully healthy and ready to, play a lot more will help us a lot.
All right, that was Judy. We got ShedeurSanders about to come up. I'm gonna run my mouth a little bit here while we're waiting for Shedeur to come up to the podium, to the mic. It was good to see. It was good to see um, Judy. I would say good body language as far as his mentality and his demeanor. He wasn't defensive. He was very open. Seemed like he was a lot more positive. Somebody's been talking to him in public relations because he's been really not doing a good job with his last couple of interviews when he's talking to the press. Um, but hopefully, I would like to see Judy bounce back. You know, he had a big play the previous week, and then he dropped a key touchdown in the game against the Bears. But here we got ShedeurSanders.
What's going on? How y'all doing? Well. What did you see looking back? I just gotta play better. Yeah, I just cannot make those costly turnovers, and have the expectation to win.
Designers who try to press, get faster than ball.
Just remain stay focused. You funny, bro. You funny. All right.
I mean, it's like, who's that prophecy?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exciting knowing that the mental side and the progress is there, being able to see what they're doing and have an understanding, and mismatches and trying to get to those, earlier on.
Our team's baiting you into making mistakes because you're looking at when you look at the film, you see anything like
I think people do that to all quarterbacks. I think that's what defense is.
Building off of the things that you're succeeding in and those tasks that make you feel confident and also looking at film and doing what you
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah. I just gotta get more completions, I gotta get more completions and even whenever we're down or anything, I can't press. I just gotta remain having those mental notes to myself, just work within the game and just keep driving the ball, get first downs. I think I gotta complete the ball more, honestly. I mean, it's no excuse when it comes to that.
when you talk about building trust with the guys, it's it. Everyone can't go and help a guy from seeing 1 week good better next year, the same day, but if you did the next week, like it's always gonna be a work in progress.
No, it's always gonna be work in progress. It's relationships. All relationships ain't always the best, but you still stick together through everything. So just because one week, we're well connected, and the next week we're a bit off, that don't mean that we didn't have progress. It's a lot of things in that game that there's positive things that we could take from that. When it comes to trust, when it comes to different things, learning. learning abilities and just different things that different tasks take forward, like when the game happens. So every moment, every rep, everything is extremely important when building our connection.
It seems to me like that's the game plan. Like last week, Chicago and then like practically 40% of the time.
Yeah.
It's I think it's
Well, I'm just excited that I'm able to get everybody's best. I'm excited about that. That makes me feel proud. That I have that. I'm just getting in the league, getting my feet settled and everything. So I get excited. Knowing I'm able to face those challenges, because you gotta understand this this year right here. This the worst it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this the foundation. This is where I'm building from. This is where I'm understanding different things. This is where everything's translating for me. So I'm excited about it. I'm extremely excited about it, because I know we're gonna get them. I know we're gonna get them eventually.
So Josh, invite us over here, like my, what I'm saying, stuff is getting to be objective.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he's a great player. He's really good.
What would be a satisfactory?
I mean, you can't. I'm not really looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the wins. So that achieves everything. I talked to Jameis like a couple weeks ago, and then he went crazy. He threw for some crazy yards, but he was like, nah, bro, like, the most important thing is the wins, and having that guidance, having that knowledge, from a vet like him, it truly like helped me understand, a little bit more, I always knew, of course, winning, and that's the final goal. That's what everybody's in this league do. So, you just gotta focus on that, and the more plays you stack, the more completions you rack up, the better chance you have at winning. So, have I been playing winning football lately? No, I don't think so. But it's something I have self-evaluated and applied to my game. I just know. I don't know.
What you guys connect over how you relate to each other?
We both people. We both people. I don't. Jim is not here right now, so I don't think it's respectful, to speak on his behalf. And the locker room full of other great teammates and other quarterbacks that's here, that's helped giving me wisdom also. But that's just a person. That's just a thing that triggered me to just speak his name, because that was a conversation we had at one point.
You talk about progress. So, and you're already what progress did you make in that good
Kept learning. Kept learning. That's progress. Of course, it's not the result, we want to do. And I definitely take that to heart, because I understand when I play winning football and when I don't. So it's kind of like understanding that, evaluating that, and just moving forward.
Teams got short. You know, something like the sort of how are you gonna not notice the diagnose on those things, right?
I think it's going on. I mean, you gotta understand. I'm comfortable under pressure. It's just we just gotta all be together. We gotta all, like, my whole career I played under pressure. Externally, on the field, off the field, like, that stuff doesn't faze me. You get what I'm saying? It's just the only thing is we just gotta be able to make it translate. We all gotta be on one accord. We all gotta be, more of a team, when it comes to that. So, like, it's just work in progress, and I'm excited about that, It's more structured. Structured as in, it's more organized. Great. I mean, I recognize, I see what they're doing. Each and every rep, is helping. Is very helpful. It's knowing what exactly I'm looking at pre-snap. But a lot of that comes with trial and error. That comes with getting reps. That comes with practicing, playing. I'm like, that's what it comes with. You know, mine just so happened to be in the game, so it's cool, and you know, I'm excited about it. But that's just each and every week, each and every day. You know, I feel like it's different. You know, Seth's a great player, for sure. But whoever's on the field. Whoever's not, not. Like I just focus on my job, you know, and what I gotta do. And I know they're gonna do their job and what they gotta do. So I'm excited that he's back. I'm excited. A lot of people are back this week. Um, but I just gotta focus on completing the ball.
Sure, we're gonna take a couple more.
Wins, yeah, that's the main thing. That's the thing that excites us all. That the chance that we get to go out there and play football.
Judy just talking about your ability to get the ball, what that does to the offense and what they've done. How much time do you take in ability to throw accurately like we saw?
I just feel like it's just a throw. I just feel like it's a throw. I try to anytime, you know, we throwing the ball any distance, you know, I want to complete it, and those been incomplete lately. But it's that don't mean that you know I stopped working, I stopped doing everything just because we have some type of success with it. But we gotta be better, well rounded. You know, all the way around. We can't just be a deep ball thrower. We gotta be able to complete. You know, stuff when it's not there, when the deep ball not there. So that's what I'm trying to get better within my game. No, it's not. That's requires that stuff requires more like same page. Deep balls is more like you can anticipate a little more. You know, because you know the area. Around where they're gonna be. You know the margin of error. You have for them in those reps. It's easy. You know, but you just gotta always be on the same page, and you always gotta like as soon as I like for example, in what game was it? This Tennessee game. Like the dialogue me and Jerry have, the dialogue me and all the receivers have when it's a different type of game, make your ties run a little quicker. You know, we're going to get to these spots a little faster because I may be there, but then it may have not developed fully yet. But then it's just playing on the same time, like thinking the same thing. So all that stuff comes with understanding each other, and that's just a tough thing. That's just a tough thing. You know, we do.
So last one, Bill's not
How beneficial would
the offense, run games, how you go in
Yeah, whatever's called, go. Run past anything, you know. Speed option, I'm ready for it. So, whatever it takes to win, you know, I'm excited for it. And, like having those challenges, going against the Bears, going against all these great teams, like I'm excited for it. You know, I never dug challenges, and I'm thankful for it because I'm able to see, you know, I'm able to see everything. Thank you.
Okay, there we have it. We just heard from. I'm Double P. Let me. Hope you all are having a blessed day. And even if the day may not as be turning out as you wanted to, because I was presented with a couple obstacles today. Actually, it started last night in the middle of the night. But hey, the Most High is good all the time. We got to see the bright. We got to see the light at the end of the tunnels. The light at the end of our obstacles, that we can just hold up, hold out, and hold on. That the Most High will see us through. But let me get back on track here. We heard from. I'm Double P, Prentice Premier, host of Premier Sports Talk. First, I want to start off quickly by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for supporting the channel, Premier Sports Talk, because without you all support, there would not be no Premier Sports Talk. Now, back to the matter at hand. We heard from Denzel Ward, cornerback, who was out last week's game. Uh, was definitely his presence was missed on the field against the Chicago Bears, but like Denzel Ward told us, And his response to the press conference is not like if he was on the field that the outcome would have been different, but he saw things by being on the sideline where he felt like he can definitely be a contributor and help that team perform better last week. Then we heard from Jerry Judy, uh, wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns, not having a good year this year. One of the things to keep it real, to keep it a buck, he's had to go through 4 different receivers. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, who got let go and traded off to the Raiders, who started this last Sunday, played horribly, but yet the Browns was going to initially was trying to have Kenny Pickett come here and be the starting quarterback for the Browns, but he pulled a hamstring, so they sent him off to the Raiders. Dylan Gabriel came in. We just didn't see any progression like they needed. And then I don't know who pulled the card, but they finally brought ShedeurSanders in because it has all been documented and stated all across social media that Kevin Stefanski had no intentions, and again, had no intentions on playing ShedeurSanders this year. It was supposed to be a red shirt year. Dylan Gabriel suffered a concussion in the game against the Ravens. ShedeurSanders got thrown in there, had a welcome to the NFL experience, and has been playing ever since. He's had some high moments, he's had some low moments, but he is progressing. Um, he does seem like he can definitely be an NFL QB1. That's my opinion and what I see. I've been watching him since Jackson State. I've been watching him play in Colorado, and I've been following him, um, here in the NFL. I will always be a DeionSanders, Coach Prime supporter, and ShedeurSanders supporter. Wish him the best. The Browns have to make a lot of decisions. It would be good to uh, press forward with Shedeur as long as he can stay healthy to go into the season and compete for the QB1 position against Deshaun Watson. He is. The Browns have to make a decision. He only had to be 21 days to be on the practice squad. They have to make a decision by next week. If they don't pull him off the practice squad and elevate him up to the 53-man roster, then he won't be able to play this year at all. But what are my thoughts on that? After the Browns play the Bills, they only got to play my Pittsburgh Steelers at home, and then they got to play the Cincinnati Bengals away. So, real talk, really don't need to see Deshaun Watson come and play, get on the active roster. Not unless the Browns may want to activate uh, Deshaun Watson and let him play on that in that Bengals game, so he can put some tape out there to see if anybody want to use him as trade bait and see if they can get anything for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, we heard of we heard from ShedeurSanders. Uh, always love his press conferences. He's really media. He's really media savvy. Um, it ain't about the stats. It's all about a win. He said, he wants to, he is progressing. He said we may not seem like he's progressing from us watching it from afar, but he feels like he is progressing weekly. Um, and he also brought up a very key point: how one week you and a teammate could be clicking, and the next week you may not be clicking. You know, but they got to collectively come together and try to be on one accord and perform their best um, to play as a cohesive team out there. I do not see I do not see the Browns beating the Buffalo Bills with Superman Josh Allen. I like to call Josh Allen Superman, not unless the Bills come in there uh, taking the Browns totally for granted, and then the Browns can pull off an upset. I would be happy about that. To be honest with you, I know I got a couple of Buffalo Bills fans that subscribe to the channel. Just to let y'all know, Double P, Princess Premier, host of Premier Sports Talk. I am hoping that um, the Browns do the unthinkable and pull off an upset against the Bills. And I would love to see Myles Garrett at least tie the NFL sack record. Myles Garrett has 21 sacks. The NFL sack record is currently being held by 2 players. Retired player Michael Strahan, who played for the New York Giants, and my Pittsburgh Steelers, TJ Watt. They both have 22.5 sacks. Myles Garrett gets 1 sack. He's tied with the two with Watt and Strahan. If he gets 2, he'll be the all-time sack leader in NFL history. Do me a favor. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who your NFL team is. Let me know who you think is going to win this game. Do you think Myles Garrett will break the NFL sack record in this game, or in the Steelers game, or the Bengals game? Let me know. Let me know. I love seeing the comments on the channel. I definitely reply back. Um, either with hitting a like by your comment, or there are several times where I actually put a comment in there and reply to you. Um, so good, bad, or indifferent, I welcome all your responses. I welcome all your responses. But you can help the feed get pushed out in the YouTube algorithm. The more activity they see on it, I always say this on all my posts, the better chance, well, it won't be a better chance. The YouTube algorithm will push the feed out. How can you do that? By supporting the channel. Hit that thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Drop your comments. And thank you for being a blessing to Premier Sports Talk. I am Double P, Prentice Premier. And thank you, all of you who have subscribed. We're at 3,700 subscribers. We'll see how them blessings flow to see if we hit 4,000 subscribers before the year closes. But thank you all, because without you all support, there would not be no Premier Sports Talk. May you have a blessed day, and more importantly, be a blessing to someone else.